I'm amazed to learn that, like a lot of people, lockdown kind of made you a bit funny, a bit sort of, squirrely in the head about what do I do with my life, where am I going. You guys, of all the different things you could have done, like, I'm going to become a fitness freak, I'm going to start, a band and all. You decided, no, what, I'm going to do waffles.
We still ask ourselves why.
It made sense at the time.
It made sense at the time. Do you know what? It was kind of one of those things. Myself and Cormac used to work in hospitality and love hospitality. Learned a lot about hospitality. We worked in the later end of hospitality, so nightlife, events, festivals. And we kind of had this transition where it was like, wouldn't it be great if everything was colourful and rainbows and happy and kind of child friendly? So the concept kind of was developed around, this experience with your family. When you're younger, remember we used to go there with mum or dad or your nanny or your granddad. That was kind of the brain behind this concept, and we kind of worked from that and just started to develop it from there.
Well, there is a sort of a wave, I think, of people just love their treats, and you look at someone like Gino's and all that, there's a real market for, let's actually put stuff out there that is sort of child kind of happy, where you just want an ice cream or you want a waffle and all that. So I'm guessing that you sort of knew that there was some market out there, that people do love this stuff. People are ready for us.
Yeah, I think so. And then also, I suppose the timing was great because the mobile concept was becoming really popular, So we looked at it and said, well, if there was ever an opportunity to get started in the hospitality industry and something that we could afford and give it a go, this was it. And the waffles and desserts and ice cream was an opportunity for us to tie into that kind of family-friendly element, which is something that we like to work with. So yeah, it worked out really, really well for us, I think, in terms of timing, and it was good.
Of course, it's easy especially for young men to say, okay, let's start a band. I can play drums, you can play guitar, let's do this. Actually starting a band, getting gigs and writing some songs, all the hard work stuff that comes into being a rock and roll star.
Yeah.
Was it hard work for you guys to get here?
Yeah. Well, when we started, we kind of thought, we'll make a few waffles and that'll be it. But since then, we've become painters, gardeners, plumbers, electricians. And to ourselves, like, it's standing to us. Like, we've definitely matured. Maybe 2-3 years ago, I certainly didn't have as much patience. I was pretty useless. I couldn't really do anything. Now I'm talking to my partner about flowers and paint tones, and she's like,
even changing light bulbs.
Yeah,
little
basic things.
It just sounds like you're woke to me. I don't know.
My dad has started to take me seriously now, because he's like, oh, he can actually do things, But no, it has been. It's been tough. It's been tricky. We've learned a lot. We've gone through, an absolute windmill of a journey for good and bad reasons. We've learned to manage people, relationships, deal with local suppliers, hiring people. These things we never really did. So we've been exposed to that now.
Well, like Leonard Cohen going up the mountain and figuring out who he is and what he's doing and all that, having lots of time to think, having to go through on board Planala and all the rest to get yourself open here again, because you had a great opening and everybody loved you, and suddenly there was difficulty about the planning. I'm guessing that might have been tough, but also probably zen-like as well, that you've had to basically be patient.
Yeah, I think it was good in terms of building things like resilience. It was definitely good character building.
A few grey hairs along the way.
Yeah,
you've never greyed so quickly.
Hairs. I have
quite a few swear words, I'd imagine, here and there.
We're quite fortunate. Like, we're both kind of out there, and really, as I said, wafflers, and we're very energetic. But having one another throughout that was really good, because I could have a bad Monday, and Cormac's having a good Monday, but on the Tuesday then he's having a bad day. We kind of just rotated it through the week. Would I say zen, like, maybe not? It was tough. It was a drain, and it was kind of like the world is against us. It wasn't. It's just life, and we've learnt.
And was there any, in that time, was there any rethinking the songs, rethinking the set list, like thinking, because it all seems to be, it all worked when you opened back then, so I presume, it ain't broke, so this is...
I think we just really wanted it to work, and even though there was kind of ups and downs, we were both kind of set in our minds that we were going to do whatever it takes to make it work.
Well, we've involved people, like, when we started, like, our first member of staff was my little brother's best friend, Cormac's sister. My girlfriend was here for a period of time, her sister. Like, we've had a handful of people that are very close to us. So when we turn around and we look at it, we're kind of like, this isn't just about us now. This is about, the people that have invested their time and energy into us. So it's not really about us. It's kind of everybody that's been part of that journey. So that's kind of what kicked us on.
So Greystones, as well as many towns around the country, just seems to have, embraced food is the kind of new beer, is the new social gathering. Did you spill my cappuccino is the most sort of start of a fight now than any beers. But that seems to be something that I guess has been going on for years, but certainly it's something you guys have tapped into. That people just love their food now. That's what they do when they go out. They grab something different, something special.
Yeah, and I think to kind of, I suppose, go on top of that as well, is one of the other things that we really wanted to focus on was experience.
Right.
So we wanted to have really good quality products, good quality smoothies, coffee, waffles, but we wanted to create a really good experience for people. And I think you can kind of see with the disco balls and the colour, the design of the place, we've tried to make it a little bit more quirky and a little bit more fun. So you're not just coming down and getting something to eat, but you're getting a positive experience from the staff. Could
a good
be a
feeling,
funny
like.
conversation, or just a nice kind of experience with the family or friends. And that's kind of one of the main things we focused on as well. So
That is an Irish phenomenon at the moment. Like two lads getting together, starting up a brand that's more than just like a food. It's actually a way of kind of just approaching food and enjoying it and all the rest. Do you even think about that possibility that this could be a franchise that goes beyond?
Do you know what? When we started this, myself and Cormac, again, hands in the pants, we were sitting down saying, well, imagine we had 100 of these. And we've quickly been humbled to a sense that we're now focusing on this. We're going to focus, on delivering the best products that we physically can. And down the line, look, we'll obviously go on a journey and see where it takes us, like we have already. But we've kind of said amongst ourselves that our new pact is, let's just focus on home. Let's fix it, let's make sure it can go 12 months straight a year as opposed to just your typical 4, with the sunshine and the weather. And we've kind of just taken a step back to maybe take a step forward in later times, but never say never.
Cool. At the moment, I know you're open like 4 or 5 days a week. I'm guessing something that as the years progress, you'll be able to sort of change your timetable to suit the seasons and suit what you expect.
Yeah, so we're doing Thursday to Sunday at the moment. We do want to move to 7 days a week. But what we really need to do, I think, to get there is we need to look at what we're offering, and we need to look at the sunny days, the rainy days, and just make sure that there's always something for somebody. No matter what the weather's like or how they're feeling, and I think we need to do a bit of work on kind of what our offering is and try and bring some new things to the menu so we can open the 7 days a week.
We started developing home kits, so when it is raining,
nice.
These kits can be taken home and parents can build them with kids. So if it's after football, if it's after scouts or sea scouts, whatever it may be, birthdays, exactly, they can take them home and build them from home. And we tried and tested them on all of our little cousins, and it seemed to go down pretty well, confirmations and communions. But that's something that we're working on developing at the moment. So when it is raining, we're not sitting here looking at each other saying, oh my God, what are we going to do? So we're trying to develop things like that parents can take it home and keep the kids busy for an hour or two.
So you guys want to be the new George Foreman. That's the main goal.